Hello everybody, Third here. Welcome to Illustrator Jones. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Also, if you want to know when the latest videos is about to be released, please subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Bye everybody.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Illustrator Jones once again. Anyway, yeah, this is a new drawing this week. It's something that I've gone back in time. Oh yes, I have. Because this is one of the first ideas I had for Shameless Gumshoe years and years and years ago. And it is the invasion of the killer dustbins. I just had this idea of these dustbins. You know, everybody's got one in their garden or somewhere around their house, or even a couple of them. And what if they were, you know, they came to life and they started eating people? And I had visions of kids taking the rubbish out, you know, as part of their, what do they manage to call it, their chores, and being eaten by the dustbins. And there is a reason that they come to life as well, because they are mechanical slightly, but they are also alive and flesh eating. Anyway, this is I've gone back to this because I think it's quite funny. It's a funny concept, isn't it, really? Killer dustbins. It's a daft concept. Stupid, daft, idiotic. Now then, this wasn't an easy drawing to do because there's lots of elements with the dustbins and they're overlapping each other, and you know, there's dustbins in front of each other and behind each other. But then again, that's what overlapping means. Oh dear. But yeah, this is what this is. It's the battle of the killer dustbins. And you will see our hero Shameless Gumshoe battling them in the way only he knows how. But yeah, I quite like this. I quite enjoyed doing this one, although I found it quite a little bit stressful because I want to try and get it right for you. And plus, it took quite a while. And so this video is about, it's about, you know, it's 37 minutes long. I think it's 37, something like that. So it's a little bit longer than normal. So, you know, oh now this is me being tentative. This is me being scared of, oh no, I can't do it. So I drew Shameless on a different piece of paper to get the pose, that's something like the pose I wanted. And then realised I need to draw that again on the other sheet of paper. What was I doing? That's me being worried, that is, going, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Don't want... Idiot, honestly. I drew it straight away here, so why can't I draw it straight away there? There you go. Now I'm using it as some sort of little tracing, just to get the, you know, the size and the pose right, the action pose. Action pose. Yes. When I direct my movies. No, he's alright, he's okay. Here's his Flash Gordon space laser gun. And he's at. Yeah, I like this one in the end. It turned out alright. I am writing a story about Shameless Gumshoe and how he got to Steppingdom and how he started there as a little boy. Yeah, that crotch needed to... I don't know why that was so low, his shirt. Yeah, not sure. Do I hire it up later? I might do. Anyway. Yeah, so how is everybody? I hope you're alright. Yeah, nearly drew the same background as last time there, if you noticed. It's okay, no, can't do that. Can't do that. So where would you find lots and lots of dustbins? Well, you would find lots of dustbins at What do they call it? You know, the place where all the bin lorries go. I don't know what they call that. Isn't it? What do they call that? I don't know. What? I have no idea what they call that actually. It's not coming to mind. Anyway, here it is. Look, there's a bin lorry, but it's a futuristic bin. Not futuristic, but it's an otherworldly bin lorry. Well, not all the vehicles, but some of the vehicles they use on Steppington float. But I put a wheel under there, look, and I didn't do that in the end. I just did it as a floaty one. Because I hate drawing wheels. Oh, I tell you, one of the worst things to draw is bicycles. Oh dear, the amount of bicycles I've had to draw for work. For different books for kids, you know. And for councils. And bicycles, they're horrible to draw. Yeah, some fencing now. So chain link fencing. No, they call it chain mail fencing. And a typical council building behind. The council rubbish department, something like that. I don't know what they call it. Anyway, here we go. Oh, we're inking already. Blinking heck, that was quick. That was quick. Although the video wasn't quick. Yeah. Severed arm. Now, I kept this a little bit more child friendly. Because this is meant to be for kids, you see. It's, you know, it's to show and encourage everybody, hopefully, to want to draw. But it's also, the story is for children. And I'm hoping, I'm in the middle of drawing the book, the introduction to Seamus Gumshoe and how he gets to Steppington. I'm in the middle of drawing that at the moment. But yeah, so I kept it a little bit, you know, the gore. I changed. You'll see later. There's the gore. You've seen the gore, but these are all aliens you see on this planet. He's the only human. Now the question is, his insides are all red and gooey. So what colour would all the aliens living on Steppington's insides be? So I didn't go for red. Yeah. Ooh! Ooh, what's he doing? What's he doing? Ah, putting his tootsies. Alright. I tell you what, it's 7:30 in the morning. Couldn't sleep. Woke up at about, 6:30. Sat there in bed playing solitaire for half an hour. And I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll come out and do the voiceover so that I can talk to you lovely people. Well, I hope you're lovely. I do. I hope you're lovely. I hope you're not horrible, but no, you're not horrible. You're lovely. Nobody horrible. Oh, look. More teeth. Now, I didn't give them sharp teeth because I thought it was funny, more funny, if I give them like big, goofy teeth. So there's a little bit more, I don't know, humour in it. Rather, you know, you imagine those chewing on your leg. Sharp one would be like a quick bite, wouldn't it? Yeah, you know, like a great white shark bite. You know, snap, your leg's gone, innit? But them, it'd be a right gnaw on your leg, wouldn't it? Or your arm. So, to me, that was funny. Here comes Seamus. Yeah, I quite like these action scenes. They're good. I like to draw them. They're fun to draw. You see, this is the thing. Even now, drawing, you know, I just draw for fun. And this is a lot of fun, this is. So please, pick up your pencils, get a piece of paper and a pen, and have a go at drawing. You know, and don't stop. You know, you're not going to draw like me, are you? Because, you know, I'm unique. You have your own style of drawing. My wife keeps saying I'm unique. I'm not entirely sure that's a compliment, you know. Anyway, yeah, get your own style of drawing and just practice, practice, practice. And don't think of it as practice, just think of it as having fun. Because when I do all these, basically it is me practicing. I am, you know, training my hand and my eye to work together, and, you know, getting some, what do they call it, muscle memory to how to draw things. And I am practicing, I'm learning all the time as I'm doing it. I'm learning how to, you know, to set up a drawing, make it look, you know, make the action poses look exciting to look at, not just a, he could just be standing there, you know, straight holding a gun out, and you think, oh, there you go. But no, I wanted to give him this shocked and slightly panicked view of him, so that, you know, it just makes it look a bit more exciting. Yeah. Thank you, by the way, to everybody for your lovely comments on the last couple of videos. I've had some lovely comments. I did get a suggestion for the street name. I have to tell you what that is in a minute. Yeah, thank you, Richard Fisher, for the suggestion of Bill Boulevard. Now, I think this is to do with Bill making stuff. Well, I hope it is, but thank you ever so much for that. And you could see that then, couldn't you, in the picture, Bill Boulevard. Honestly. Yeah, we all love Bill making stuff. I think he's brilliant. I tell you what I want to tell you, ask you to go and have a look at, is a fella called Kyron Siemens. He is an illustrator of Little China. I don't know, you might have heard of his books, children's books, on Amazon. Little China, a lovely little panda that he draws. He's a fantastic artist. He's got some brilliant videos on YouTube. So go and have a look at him and watch him use ink in the most terrifying way you've ever seen in your life. He even uses his fingers. And the effect at the end is brilliant. His last video about this lady dancing over graves is really funny. So go and have a look at that. Kyron Siemens. He's brilliant. Yeah, he's also a lovely guy to have a little chat with on Facebook. He's always willing to, you know, have a little message. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the drawing. Here we go. Bullet holes. Well, I say bullet holes. They're not really bullet holes. They're laser beam holes. Blaster mark. Yeah, whatever you call them. Yeah, this. Of course, I keep on having to remember he's on Steppingdom and he's the only human, so I've got to be careful not to draw humans in vehicles and things. And make sure it's, you know, the residents of Steppingdom, which I haven't actually named the aliens yet. I'm not sure what to call them, so I'll have to think of something for that. But there's the hover dustbin lorry. I don't know what do you Americans call them? Refuse truck. It seems rubbish lorry. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, I have developed, well, I'd say developed. It's not developed at all. It's just a load of nonsense. But an actual written text for these aliens that live on Steppingdom, and I have to finalise that, and I'll show you that one day. So on that rubbish collection, which is written on the sign of his lorry, it won't say it in English, of course, you know. It'll say it in the alien language, which I have used as a inspiration. Oh, what do you call it? Is it, yeah, the Aztecs in South America? Anyway, they wrote their hieroglyphs within a square, which I thought was really lovely. I don't, you know. So I've used that kind of idea to write. It's just basically A, B, C, D, you know, the alphabet, just drawn in pictures. That's all it is. Ain't nothing clever. I can't do anything clever because I ain't clever. No. Thick as a brick, me, mate. Thick as a brick. I haven't got a couple of brain cells to rub together. As you, ooh, rubbing. Talk about rubbing. That's rubbing out all the pencil now. Yes, rubbing out all the pencil. And adding a little bit of gloss etching. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it did need a bit of cross hatching. It took quite a while to do this. You know, each piece of this video I stick down, you know, and you have it for about half an hour to watch. It's hours long. They take forever to do. I don't realise how long I actually sit there and draw. So, please pick up your pen. Please let this be something that inspires you to draw. And if you like the videos, if you think they're funny, if you know, leave me a comment. If you don't like them, I suppose you could leave a comment if you really want to. But please, next video I'll be crying. I promise I will. If you're nasty to me, I will cry a lot. And you know, I'll lose sleep. Yeah, I'm easily upset. No, just write whatever you want. Comment whatever you want. If you like them, hopefully you like them. Now to the colour. If you noticed a subtle change in the picture, there's a frame around it. Because that's a printout now. That is because I can put on my website a colouring in page. And you too can colour in this ridiculous picture. And have a bit of fun. You see, this is it. It's not just drawing. You know, it's basically using your hands, using your mind to do something else other than play games and just colour it in. If you find that, you know, fun to do, there you go. It's there for free. You can just download the picture, print it out. Ask your mum and dad first, obviously. Or if you're an adult, you don't have to ask anybody. Yeah. Now, I had a bit of a problem with his colouring in, Seamus. I coloured in his shoes the same colour basically as his coat, and he was like, oh no. So I had to go, completely ruined his hat and his shoes. I didn't use the right colours at all. As you can see on the right hand side, I'm doing a new reference sheet to know what colours I'm using. And these are I'm using a flesh coloured tint now for his skin, which is quite nice. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about something. Yep, there's a tie, nice red socks. I do that is because I think I've said this before, and you probably know it anyway. You know, I'm just presuming some kids might not know it, that if you put a bit of red on your main character, your eye is automatically drawn to him when you look at the picture. The red does that for some reason. It stands out more than any other colour. Yeah. Now then, what am I going to do next? Come on. Where are you? Hello? Oh, there he is. Right, okay, that was a bit of a long-winded wait, wasn't it? Should have edited that out, really. You're all have turned off now and going, what? I'm not sitting here just looking at a half-done picture. Now, the little line of colours you can see, the dots underneath the Seamus Gone Through picture, is the colours I'm going to actually use on the picture itself, not necessarily on him. This is his Flash Gordon ray gun. I quite like that. I've drawn that. Do you know, I've drawn that for years. The same design pistol or laser gun. Flash Gordon laser gun. Yeah, years ago I used to listen to the Goon Show, and you remember Blue Bottle? He used to come on and go, I got a Flash Gordon space spacesuit with cardboard lapels. And that was where that's come from, the Flash Gordon. Got to give it credit where it's due. Now, here's the thing. This grey I'm using here, I'm going, this is a bit of a dull grey, and I've realised I was using a tonal pen, not a coloured pen. Not a grey, it's tone. So, but then I did, you'll notice in a minute, I did the ones behind with a different grey so that they pop off now. Then, learn to speak. Yeah, colouring, I do struggle with colouring. I'm winging it constantly when I'm colouring in. It's like, oh, is this right? Is this right? It turns out alright in the end, it's not a total disaster. Not a total disaster. It's alright. It's not good, it's good enough. Good enough, says north of the border. Yeah, I love his shows. He's very funny. Yeah, so the inside of their mouth now needs to be very dark so everything popped off. You can see the teeth, you can see the tongue. Oh, look at this, how quick this is doing this. It took ages to do this picture, but then there's a lot of detail in this picture, actually. It's not just a monster, is it, and Seamus, it's lots of monsters, basically. I love the one behind him. I'm not entirely sure if that one's running away scared or is running away chasing somebody. I couldn't decide. Yeah, so here we go. We're using a cool grey now, because the grey on the front dustbins is quite a warm grey, really. So I use a cool grey behind so that they pop, they separate. Otherwise, that lid on the one right at the front would blend in with the ones at the back. So, if you're drawing this, I struggle with this. See, it doesn't always work with me. But yeah, just think of that. Think of the different kind. If you use just the same grey, it will flatten the drawing. Whereas, if you use a cool grey in the background, or and a warm grey in the foreground, then you'll get this contrast between the colours. There's a lot of thinking in it, drawing. But the thing is, you're learning as you go, and you're also, if it works at the end of it, you start to trust what you know. You think, okay, I don't trust anything. I have no faith whatsoever in my abilities. But it's just a bit of fun, and I tell you what, it's fun to do these videos, and to know that there's a few of you out there watching this, and it's lovely to think that and you're enjoying it. So some of you said that you like them, so thank you ever so much. It makes it all worthwhile, and if it helps, with you. Cheers you up a bit, maybe, because it's a bit daft, isn't it? It's not serious by any means. No. If it helps cheer you up a bit, then brilliant. That's an added bonus. Now, trying to figure out what to do the joints, and I just went with I think yellow ochre. It's like a goldy colour, isn't it? I was going to do the arms gold, you see. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I should have done the hands gold as well. But I didn't. I did them in a dark grey. There we go. Now, here's the gore. And it's not red. It's green. Because I can't. It's... What am I going to say? They're aliens, you see. And aliens don't have blood like us, do they? And they've eaten aliens, you see, so... Well, they're aliens to us. But they've eaten the people of Steppington. And of course, they have green blood. It's a known fact, isn't it, that all aliens have green blood. And so I did it green. So I hope you can forgive me for that. I think it's quite funny. Plus, in a way, because they're dustbins and they're slimy, you know, and they have rubbish inside them, then it would be gooey and green and snotty, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? So that's my thing. There we go. I'm going to do the arms now in a darker grey. And I did the hands. I was going to do them with stripes there, but no. Now these were going on really dark, but they were drying lighter than I thought. So, and then I go over later with a Posca pen to put some highlights on them, which makes a big difference. As you can see, it's a lot of work, isn't it? What are you doing now? Oh, a darker pink now. I do like their tongues. They're horrible, aren't they? Big slimy tongues. But they're a lot of fun to draw. These, you know, you can. I can't remember. I do know who's, you know, where they've come from. There is a villain in the story. I don't want to tell you because, you know, it's a surprise. Surprise. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming along now. It's doing all right. Hopefully, you'll go, I know what I want to do. I want to go and draw a dustbin. Now, if you're wondering, I haven't got any dustbins like that. Years ago when I was a kid, all dustbins were metal. Would you believe it? Or aluminium. Or as you Americans call it, aluminum. Aluminium. It's actually spelt differently, isn't it, in America than it is in Britain? Aluminium, aluminum. Anyway, yeah, they were made out of metal, and that's, if I ever draw a bin, that's how I draw them, is this metal bin. I don't know if you can still get metal bins, can you? I have no idea. So I'm using what do they call those greys? There's different types of greys with Copic pens. You can get cool grey, warm grey, tonal colours. I forgot what the other one is now. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm using one of these very basic colours at the back. And then just, you know, I start with, I think, a T2, which is a tonal number 2, then a tonal number 3, tonal number 4, and just darken up as I need to. What it is, you don't want that background to be very prominent at all. You want it to be just blended into the background, you know. It's there, but it doesn't need any bright colours or anything, so just keep it dull. He's stopped again, isn't he? What's he doing? Come on. Oh, finally. Bit of sky. Wanted to cheer that up a bit. Used a bit of, I think that's B-double-O, is it? Yeah. That's it's just the number on the pens. There we go. There's the same set of greys, tonal greys, all. I can't remember what they're called now. So it's just going darker and darker now with the posts. Yeah. Yeah. So the metal dustbins. That's how I've always drawn them. Of course, they're all plastic now, aren't they? See, they're all plastic dustbins now. We've got plastic dustbins. Well, I have got a metal one, but that's basically for the poo, the dog's poo. It's in a plastic bag in the bin. We don't just put it straight in the bin. Why am I telling you this? You don't need to know this. Honestly. Yeah. So I did that. I like the lorry as yellow. Although all the lorries we've got now, I think, are green and white down here in sunny Wales. And the tropical climate that we have here in Wales. God, I tell you what, it was hot yesterday. Blinking heck. It really was warm. Using all sorts of different yellows now. And using the greys again. see, you don't want that clashing with his hand. You want that Flash Gordon ray gun to be prominent in the drawing. You want it to pop off. That's why it's got red in it. You see? And using pale colours behind. It's funny, on the printout, when you do a laser I've got a laser printer, colour printer, and those pens don't is it the pens or is it the Posca pen? I think it might be the Posca pen actually. It slips over the top of the you know, where it looks black ink. I don't know, it's a funny reaction. But anyway, you don't need to listen to that. You don't need to hear all that rubbish. No, you don't. Oh, more grey. There's a lot of grey in this picture. But it's your different uses of different greys, you see. If you use just a one grey tonal value, it'll all flatten out. Doing the road, yeah. You can see what I'm doing. I don't really need to tell you. I'm doing the path. Bit of a shadow under the lorry as well, make sure it looks like it's hovering. I was pleased with the front of the lorry, the little engine that pulls it, because that does look like some sort of face, doesn't it? Like a robot kind of face, you know. Not just a bog standard lorry that we've got around here. That was a thing, you see, when they did the film, that Walt Disney did a movie called The Cars. Remember that? And we went to the cinema, you know, we'd gone to see basically all of their films up to then. And then I was looking at it going, this is just pictures of Earth or America with animated cars stuck on it. And it's like, the heck? Gonna have to do something about that. No, I don't. It's already done. It was. I like to have the piece of paper full in the camera. I can move it around on Filmora. You know, you can move the panel around a little bit so that you get the full image. Look, putting shadow in there. I filled this up with ink, this pen. Do you remember it ran out last time? If you've watched this before. I think I need to put more ink in. It's still not quite right. Let's get there slowly. Bit of shadow now. Now when I'm putting that on, I'm thinking, oh, this doesn't look right. But when it dries, it looks okay. Plus, it stops the grey from dominating the drawing. Have you noticed? It's the grey floor, grey dustbins, and now I put the blue behind, and it kind of pops them off. So adding the Posca and the light sources now. I like doing this. Although this pen was giving me a right jip. It wouldn't do it wouldn't come out properly. Love these pens, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you see little bit of light reflection on the windows and on the lorry window as well. These little details, you know, little bits and pieces. See the hands pop off now because they've got highlights. I was doing this drawing and it's May, what is it? I think it was May the 13th when I did all this. And it was picking hot. The afternoon was roasting. So I had my fan going, my windows open. And yeah, it got really warm in here. It was toasty when I was doing this. And I go outside and there's the dog basking in this really hot sun, you know, panting away. I was thinking, you daft animal, what are you doing? She loves sunbathing. Daft animal. She's not out there at the moment because it's too early in the morning. She's still in bed and she likes to sleep in the morning. She gets up, has a little bit of breakfast, has a wee, you know, goes to the toilet, Comes back in, then goes and lies down and have a sleep until, I don't know, about 11. Then decides I want to go outside and play in the garden. That's the life of my dog. Our dog, not my dog. Yeah, she loves it in the garden. We've got a huge garden, so she just belts up and down the garden chasing birds and barking and making a right nuisance of herself. No wonder the neighbours haven't complained. Well, the other day she saw a kite flying over our garden because there's loads of them around here. This beautiful big kite, and she's barking. This bird is big, and it comes down closer to the ground, and she realises it's big. She runs off. It's really funny. Oh dear. Anyway, I digress, talking about my dog. Adding a little bit of detail, a bit of cross-hatching with a pen now, with a black pen, with the Umi pin pens, fine liners. Other makes are available, of course. You don't have to use these. Use whatever you want. These are the cheapest ones I found, mind you. Yeah, just giving it little touches here and there, and we're nearly finished. You'll see a finished image in a minute, so have a look at that. Some changes done on the computer. Guys, thank you ever so much. We're up to 37 subscribers, which is wonderful. I'm really grateful to you all for watching each time I put a video up. Come again, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody!
Illustrator Jones just wanted to say a huge thank you to Duckombayeth, Michael Howe, and the arty side of space for supporting Illustrator Jones on Patreon. If you would consider supporting Illustrator Jones on Patreon, you will be able to access members-only content. Thank you for your kind support.
What? No, I'm not saying anything. No, I'm not saying anything. I am not being allocated to the end of the videos. I should be in the middle. Honestly, it's not funny, all this. I'm just left to the end and I haven't got anything to say. You treat me like muck, you do. Treat me like muck. Ridiculous. Anyway, it was alright video, and, it's okay. Wasn't it, it's alright. Sniff this, baby.